Let's talk about the Premier League real quick while we're watching this.
Yeah, let's wrap everything up and then let's get out of here. Um, but yeah, Premier League. We have, of course, Man City winning their fourth title in a row.
Yeah, probably one of the more exciting league battles in the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
Because it went down to the last day,
We took it down the last day. It's just, I don't know if I've still recovered from this season. I'm honestly like more tore up about this season than I am last season because I didn't expect us to win. And I called us to win. Obviously, I haven't put up our Premier League review of last season, but I called us to win the league and just to come so close. I mean, most wins in our club history with 28. Scored the second amount of goals in the league and conceded the fewest. We did everything, and then just to come 2 points short. I mean, credit to them.
It's just that Aston Villa loss.
It's I think back to the Aston Villa loss. I think about the loss at Newcastle. I think about the Aston Villa loss when they were at Villa Park and Kai Havertz was so close to scoring an equalizer. I can think about the West Ham game.
Yeah.
There's just so many opportunities where we could have just easily just put away this league and we didn't. And credit to Man City for never giving up and doing what they do always. It's just it's
hopefully their last season, right? Hopefully their last season.
Of course, Pep's only staying for one more season.
Yeah,
reportedly.
Pep's done after next season, so let's make Pep's last season the worst season.
Yeah, no, we'll keep thoughts away from the Premier League for next season, but
we'll do it in a different video.
I'm very bullish on Arsenal. Let's just say I'm gonna call it for the next 3 years. Next 3 years are gonna be very crucial for us.
I think they win the league in the next 3 years. They gotta win.
If they don't, it puts us in a different trajectory, not only for us as a club for the near future, but us as our history, because we haven't won in 20 years.
It's been a long time.
If we don't win in the next 3 to 5 years, I think we're considered another. I think our prestige goes down a notch. Yeah. That's just me being honest.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans, let me know what you think. Third, Liverpool with 82.
Liverpool choked.
They did.
Choked these last few games of the season. Because remember, Liverpool were first.
Yeah.
They had a 5-point lead at one point against both Man City and Arsenal.
And they were getting results late.
Yeah.
And they were looking like they could do something with this fairy tale Klopp season, and then fall apart.
What was the turning point where they lost? It was it was right around the time they lost to Atlanta 3-0.
Yeah, Atlanta, and they lost to us at home, and then they lost to Man United, and then after that it was just all downhill. They drew against Man United. I'm sorry.
Yeah, who knows? This may be the last season we see Liverpool as graded as they are, because Klopp's gone.
Yeah,
you never know what to expect. They could go back to pre-Klopp era Liverpool, which was like not a top 4 team.
Yeah. Have you heard about their managerial appointment?
Arne Slot.
Arne Slot. Arne Slot. I don't. That's my first. They did like some other Arne Slot. They did this song, I guess, when Klopp was doing his farewell speech.
Oh wow.
But I think the baby shark. Oh, there's the trophy lift as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Nacho lifting it for them. And look at Carlo. Look at Carlo.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wembley, dude. Wembley is not a kind stadium to Dortmund.
No, it's not. But, I mean, have you heard anything about Arne? Any thoughts on him?
So I actually I was actually keeping up with a little bit of the Eredivisie.
Okay, good.
Before Arne Slot got appointed manager at Feyenoord. He finished second this season, behind who's the team that finished first?
My guess is Ajax.
No, it wasn't Ajax.
Okay, I'm always gonna guess Ajax wins the Eredivisie.
It's another team that starts with F or something.
Let me look. I'll be right.
Another team. It starts. Oh, it's PSV Eindhoven.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
I didn't have to look
PSV
that up.
Eindhoven. Having one of the best seasons they've had in a long time, just dominating that league. So Arne Slot, I think he should be fine. We'll see how he won that. He won the
Yeah.
the year before this year.
Yeah.
So good manager, experienced. We'll see how he pieces together some of the loose ends of Liverpool right now, which are players that are like lack of midfield, right?
Mhm.
Lack of midfield depth right now.
Yeah.
Aging defense. Poor defensive skills from your right back, Trent, who's also he's about to be expired. His contract's about to expire.
Yeah.
So, lack of cohesion between Mo Salah, Darwin Núñez, Luis Diaz, Diego Jota. Who's the Dutch guy?
Oh, Gakpo?
Yeah, Cody Gakpo. So we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully they stay top four. They're a top four quality team, obviously.
Yeah.
It's just about their manager and what the manager.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
No idea what he's gonna do. Just another bald man coming into the league.
Another bald guy.
But of course Villa at fourth with 68 points. Obviously, the top three were kind of far and away the best. But I think we have to give props to Villa. First time in the Champions League since 82, 83. And that wasn't even called the Champions League at that point.
The European Cup.
Yeah, all the way back in the 80s, man. So that's incredible. I have to give props to Emery, Ollie Watkins. I mean, you can give that props to the whole team, but those two entirely
Ollie Watkins
made that team tick.
They did.
I think Ollie Watkins should get a shout at PFA, but I don't know if he'll get it.
Yeah. Well, he should have. He was arguably one of the best players he had.
Yep.
He had a high goal tally, and he had the most assists, right? If I'm not wrong.
And then when you go look at goals and assists, he had the highest goal contributions.
So good on Ollie Watkins. He's always been a quality player. Yeah, I mean they kind of I think their biggest I guess like mistakes this season was just that Olympiacos game, right, where they just kind of got outplayed those two matches over two legs. But other than that, they had a great season.
Yeah, fantastic.
I think we both put them to finish high last season.
I put
on our prediction. Yeah, we both put them to finish like relatively high. I don't remember what I put them as, but
yeah, I remember putting them at fifth because I didn't know if Unai could make that jump.
The Champions League.
Just because, of course, Arsenal fan again, seeing him bottle the fourth place position when he was here, didn't know if it was going to happen.
Oh, it's Maatsen who gave away the ball.
Okay.
Yeah, so Maatsen gives away the ball, sets up Bellingham to set up Vinny Jr.
Okay.
Poor Maatsen.
And then, speaking of a Chelsea player that's on loan, of course, they finished in sixth. What do you think of Chelsea's? I mean, they finished strong.
They came back.
They came back
After a terrible start to the season.
Finished second, but
Cole Palmer's overrated.
But,
I'll say that. I'll say he's overrated.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, he's overrated.
I'm so glad you said that.
Has, like,
because the whole entire
penalties.
Football community has been just slopping on Cole Palmer's dick the whole past 2 weeks.
He is, man. He's a good player.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say he's not. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying he's overrated.
No,
the hype that he's getting.
He's overrated.
He's not. He's scored 10 penalties.
9 penalties.
9 penalties.
But yeah, that's huge though.
Yeah, that's a lot of penalties.
He had 22 goals, 9 penalties. That's like almost half your goal contributions.
Yeah, almost half your goal contribution. I mean, you still gotta sink them in. So good on you for sinking them in. But let's see what Matt Hummels has to say.
Okay.
Oh wait, he's not talking.
Oh, he just said "fuck off."
I mean, who wants to talk after a loss? Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Man. All right.
Spurs though finishing above Chelsea. Just wanted to kind of get a smooth transition. What do you think? Anything from Spurs? What do you think of Postecoglou's first season?
Spurs started amazing, ended poorly, ended terribly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just poorly, ended absolutely terribly. Like went on a 4 or 5 game losing run at one point at the end of the season. But I mean, what do you expect whenever you lose your top goal scorer and like your other goal scorers aren't stepping up? Like, it makes sense.
If you play that high line, you better have the defenders for it.
I think better have like the tactics for it.
Yeah, and I think Ange has to get that right next year, or he's gone by Christmas.
And I'm
just saying that.
I think Ange is already mentally checked out. I'll say
You think after that city, he was definitely pissed off.
He was pissed off, and he said the same thing that Mourinho, Antonio Conte have said. He's like, if you look at this club, man, he's basically saying, if you look at this club and the way it's run, he's like, they don't want to win. He said the same thing that two of the best coaches of the last 10 years have said. This club doesn't want to win, so I mean, you gotta feel for him. You can't work like magic.
No,
you can only do what he's allotted with his resources from the club.
No, and I have my, I'm an Arsenal fan. Obviously, I have my thoughts on Spurs. They're just that place is just a place for them to collect money from concerts, and then they qualify for Champions League football every once in a while. I don't think
they didn't this season.
I don't think that club. I don't take that club seriously after they completely celebrated that they lost a game just because we didn't get the title. I can go on a whole 20-minute rant about this, but I won't. I'll probably do it later sometime.
Yeah, Son and Guardiola were laughing after that game.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's
ridiculous.
Yeah, it shouldn't be happening.
Ridiculous. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Manchester United.
United first? Okay.
Wait, who
Newcastle finished above them by...
Yeah, well, what can you really say about Newcastle?
Yeah.
They exceeded expectations last season. This season, they fell below their own expectations. They finished 7th.
We expected it.
They had moments when they were really good and looked amazing. Then they had moments where they were absolutely terrible, and coming back again to looking decent. And injury problems. They were plagued with injury problems. Isak looking good this season.
Yeah. Do you think they should keep that manager in whatever his face is? I just don't even remember his name right now. I don't.
I don't remember his name either. I'm gonna say this. Yeah, keep him.
Keep him?
Keep him unless someone else comes that's better. But I mean, who wants to coach Newcastle right now that's really available?
Yeah.
Like if you could have gotten a manager like Mourinho, then yeah. But Mourinho's just signed for Nebacha.
Eddie Howe is his name.
Yeah, Eddie Howe.
Yeah, kind of a throwaway season for them, but there's they're in the back part of the pack. I'm always going to kind of see what they do because of course they have new management, they have new ownership, so I don't know when that fully is going to kick in, if it's going to kick in at all. We'll see. And then of course let's go into 8th with Man United. What do you think?
Terrible season.
I mean, they won the FA Cup.
Doesn't mean anything.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, the way they won the FA Cup was impressive.
Okay.
Everyone thought, even the bet makers were like,
yeah,
dude, Man United, impossible to win. They were like plus 600 underdogs. That means that there's no way they're really winning. But for them to win against Man City team who's, I don't know, this Man City, did they look off this season? Not really, right? Like sometimes at some points they looked off. For them to beat them 2-1, for them to outclass Guardiola in the final, that's impressive. The rest of the season, dude, 4-0 against Crystal Palace, man.
Yeah, I mean,
terrible season.
Yeah. I'm now concerned too on what's been hearing from others from the executives that they're still going to probably go away from Ten Hag.
Yeah.
Even if he won, I don't know what you do.
No.
I don't know what you do now.
I mean, he must have convinced them because we haven't heard it yet.
They're probably thinking about it. I think he gets one. I think he should get one more year. But also, as a caveat, as a rival fan, I'm actually happy if he comes back. Not like, oh,
because that team's not going to
Ten Hag's back. That means he's going to rip up the league. I don't think that.
He's not going to finish top 4 next season. I don't think so. Honestly, dude, any player, any manager who gives the green light to sign Anthony for $100 million.
Yeah, I think that's tough.
That's lose tough. Credibility, man.
It's tough.
$100 million.
It's tough, bro. That's a tough signing.
And not only that, but what he's done with Sancho too, another $100 million signing. Sancho, dude, you can't diss Ronaldo, and then you can't diss Sancho, and then you can't praise Anthony.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What are you doing, Ten Hag? You can't do that, man.
He's a wild coach. I think he just loves control.
He does.
He loves a very youthful team that he can control.
And he's just, you can't, I don't think you can ever be successful with that mindset, man. You just
At
can't.
least not at Man United.
Nah,
Or some type of big team like that where you have bring in stars. Of course, like there's going to be stars with great workers mentality, but you gotta be able to
just relax, let your team
Like,
play.
give them the trust. Give them
Yeah, give them trust. If you're gonna be like nitpicky about anything or organized about anything, it has to be defense, and that defense is not organized.
Yeah.
At all.
Lissandro was out.
He was, but I mean, you got Varane, who's Champions League winner. You got well, that's pretty much it.
Oh well, yeah. It's shown that Varane can't do it all by himself.
Yeah, Varane can't do it all. Harry Maguire, good for him. After a terrible fucking last season, had a decent season this year. He had a decent season.
Yeah, I would say so.
He wasn't like
after being criticized to no avail and then getting arrested in Greece. I think this has to be
getting memed.
Anything but last season has to go up from here.
Yeah, so good for him. He's made the Euro squad, so hopefully he has a good Euro. Diego Dallo is probably one of the few good things in that team. Besides, well, actually, there's a few good things. Alejandro Garnacho, Kobe Manu.
Let's see on Højlund.
Højlund.
He's the verdict's still out on Højlund.
I like him. I think he's good. You don't like him?
No, I think I need more time to see it.
I think he's good from what I've seen him.
Okay.
And who's the other winger who scored the winner?
Oh, Diallo.
Amad
Diallo.
Yeah, that guy, Amad Diallo. He's really good. I like him too. So I don't know how Luke Shaw made the Euros.
Wait, they just don't have any left backs.
Yeah, there's no left backs in England, man.
Yeah,
England. What's up, man? You don't got no left foot players?
No,
Luke Shaw has been out injured since pretty much last year.
I know, yes.
Pretty much last year. Yeah. This season, but last year. So first half of the season. He gets called for the Euros. That's amazing. There's no other left back.
No.
So that's crazy, man. No, not even a left-footed center back that you could just slot there just for the funs of it. Oh, wow.
You could put Cole. Oh, well. But he didn't have a great season with Levi Colwell. But I can't think of anybody else. Yeah. Interesting stuff. We'll have to see how it goes. Right now, I do have my stock considered with Man United, the stock with Chelsea down, Newcastle down, Spurs down. But other than the top four, I'm very interesting to see how Liverpool does. But I think we have our main players for next season, of course. And we'll have to see if main thing, Arsenal, can they get over the hump and beat City with Pep being his last year? We'll have to see. But yeah. I got other stats, but is anything else you want to touch on? I don't think there's anything else I want to touch on.
Good season from Holland.
Yeah, won the Golden Boot.
Good season from Ollie Watkins.
Yeah.
Good end of the season for Kai Havertz.
Kai Havertz did good. Phil Foden, I'll give him props too.
Oh yeah. Phil Foden, great season.
Great season.
Good consistency all season.
Yeah, I think he's starting to come into his own. We'll see more of him next year.
For sure.
But I think that's it.
Yeah.
We ran through the whole thing.
Burnley got relegated, and Vincent Kompany said, "Peace out."
Yeah, I think that's what you got to do.
Go for Vincent.
Oh, one more thing before we leave. What do you think of Chelsea's new appointment too? Because
who's their manager?
It's going to be Enzo Maresca.
Oh, the dude from Porto?
Leicester.
From Leicester. Oh, my bad. I'm thinking of a different team.
He's from Leicester. He was under Pep for a while.
I don't know anything about him.
And then he went to Leicester and had a great season.
Oh,
and now the biggest thing I think is he's now he's part of Pep's tree of coaching tree, whatever you want to call it. So I think they've gone on that, and I think Poch he doesn't like Enzo Fernandez. He likes Conor Gallagher. He likes Trevor Chalobah, and I think the board, especially with FFP breathing down their backs, they're probably going to sell both of those. Chalobah and Conor Gallagher are homegrown. Even make a profit off those people.
Yeah.
And I think they really want to try and get Enzo to work. I think Poch just didn't care. Just was like, no.
It's probably something he saw in training, or he's probably lost faith in him or something.
He's like, and he was very stubborn about not getting to work with the board, and I think Enzo is willing to work with the board because, of course, this is a big coaching job. He's going to want to be less difficult so that way he can get his chance. But we'll have to see. Can he make it work? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a big job, and just whenever it looked like it was starting to piece together and work, you fire the coach. So a lot of questionable decisions being made by Todd Bowley and the board.
Yeah. But
a lot of money being wasted. In my opinion.
Yeah.
A lot of money to be wasted that can't be wasted. So I guess they're not really losing anything.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Great season overall. I think it was great highs, great lows, and it finished how it finished. Of course, with Real Madrid capping off the season. So I think that's it for us.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Real Madrid won, like always. As you can tell, this is the normal expression from a Real Madrid fan winning a Champions League.
Yeah.
Because we've seen it all.
Do all the great stuff to make this channel relevant. Like, comment, subscribe. We're going to try and get more content out on a consistent basis with better production. But again, work with us. I'm just a dude in my bedroom talking to my friend.
Yeah.
So hope you enjoyed everything, though, and the conversations we had.
Yeah.
We're out.
And we'll see y'all for the Euros and Copa America. Peace out.